a fight or something.
Nope.
I didn't expect it to say, I asked her to leave and she was being loud.
Yeah. We're bringing Marco Crumsey.
Judge, for the Z ticket for Mr. Crumsey, I only have an ROA.
Okay.
And that's the ticket they want him to plead to.
What's the date on that ticket?
That ticket was written. It was written on August 26, 2014, but it didn't get into the system until 6 months later.
I'll do a separate plea offer.
Okay.
Vaughn, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. What's your name, sir?
Divine Conaway.
Mr. Conaway, your matter was scheduled for 8:35. You just dialed in. Is there a reason?
Yes, I set an alarm on my phone and I guess it just didn't go off and I just totally forgot.
Okay. I'll call your case now. This is People versus Divine Conaway, case 204-400-271, charges no insurance misdemeanor. Mr. Conaway, can you state your name for the record?
Divine Conaway.
Mr. Conaway, this matter is set for trial today at 8:35 a.m. Your issuing officer, that being Officer Barron, has failed to appear. It's now 10:08 a.m. The court's going to dismiss this matter without prejudice. Without prejudice means that people can reissue this ticket if they so choose to, but for right now it's dismissed. Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
All right, that concludes your matter. You have a great day. Stay safe.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Crumsey, can you now hear me?
Yes, I do.
All right, this is People versus DeMarco Crumsey, case SP 1004962. Count 1, driving while license not valid. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Case Z8046431, charges violation of the marijuana ordinance 1553. Strike that, 155378501, no insurance misdemeanor. Mr. Crumsey, can you state your name for the record, please?
DeMarco Valentino Crumsey.
Mr. Crumsey, I must inform you that you have a right to be physically present in the courtroom for this hearing. Do you want to continue today over Zoom, or would you like an opportunity to be physically in a courtroom?
I would like to continue.
All right, sir. Also on the call is defense attorney Ryan Hill. He's here to give you legal advice and negotiate plea deals on your behalf. Would you like to use his services today? If the court imposes the cost for his services, it would be no more than $25.
Yes, I would like to.
All right, Mr. Hill, the court will accept the case SP 1004961 to a failure to display dismissal of the remaining matters. Mr. Crumsey, the dog in the background.
I'm sorry about that.
We can't conduct court with the background noise. If you can try and eliminate that. Madam Clerk, can you see how much in bond Mr. Crumsey has and the number of reinstatement fees? You're muted, Madam Clerk.
There are 4 reinstatement fees and $600 in bond.
All right. Mr. Crumsey, I'm gonna send you to the breakout room, confidential meeting room with you and your attorney.
Okay.
Hit join. We're back on the record on People versus DeMarco Crumsey. Counsel, for arraignment purposes, are you waiting for a reading, standing mute?
We are
Court a plea of not guilty. How are we proceeding?
taking advantage of the plea deal, Judge.
All right, Mr. Crumsey, if you can raise your right hand, I will swear you in. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
You can lower your hand. And your name for the record?
DeMarco Valentino Crumsey.
Mr. Crumsey, it's my understanding you wish to waive your trial rights and tender a plea of guilty pursuant to the plea offer. Is that right?
Yes.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you give up your trial rights, which include the right to have the prosecutor prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to testify at your trial, have witnesses appear on your behalf. You give up the right to be silent at your trial, not have your silence used against you, and you give up your right to an automatic appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you are currently on probation or parole, tendering a plea of guilty could impact your status? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything other than this plea offer to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Sir, I draw your attention back to July 7th, 2019, 5:03 in the evening. Sir, were you operating a 2007 Jeep in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you doing so while your license was not valid at that time?
Yes.
Counsel, you satisfied?
I am.
Court is well satisfied, will accept the guilty plea, will amend that to a failure to display, will dismiss the remaining matters with the stipulation of probable cause.
So stipulated.
Matters are dismissed. Counsel, anything you would like to say in your client's behalf?
Nothing, Judge.
Mr. Crumsey, anything you would like to say?
No.
Court will impose a fine of $25, mandatory court costs of $190, a $25 attorney fee. The Secretary of State has imposed four $45 license reinstatement fees. $420 is the total amount due. The court will apply the $600 bond, and the valid balance will be mailed back to you at the address you gave at the time that you posted your bond. Has your address changed, Mr. Crumsey?
No.
Expect the refund in a few weeks, and the Secretary of State will receive a clearance on these tickets within 7 to 10 days, okay?
Okay.
You have any questions?
No.
All right, sir, that concludes your matter. You have a great day. You stay safe.
You too.
All righty, bye-bye.
Bye.
Next up is Jarrell Kershaw. All right, are you ready, Mr. Kershaw?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is People versus Jarrell Kershaw, case U57101120, charges alcohol-related violation. Mr. Kershaw, can you state your name for the record, please?
Jarrell Kershaw.
Mr. Kershaw, I must inform you that you have a right to be physically present in a courtroom for this hearing. Do you want to continue today over Zoom, or would you like an opportunity to be physically in a courtroom?
We can continue over Zoom.
Also on the call is defense attorney Ryan Hill. He's here to give you legal advice and negotiate plea deals on your behalf. Sir, would you like to use his services today? If the court imposes a cost for his services, it would be no more than $25.
Sure.
Madam Clerk, have the people made a plea offer?
Yes, Judge. For Mr. Kershaw, the people have offered if Mr. Kershaw were to plead guilty to ticket number 204134101.
Madam Clerk, that's not on the docket. The only thing on the docket for Mr. Kershaw is the U57 ticket.
All right, let me check it. I apologize. Okay, so this ticket should have been scheduled. For some reason, it wasn't. It's in warrant status.
Can you call that case for the record, please?
Yes, Judge. Calling case number 20413-401, count 1. Charge is driver possession intoxicant in a motor vehicle on February 3rd, 2020 at 9:30 on Finkel and Evergreen in a 1999 Blue Mercury.
And is that as a driver or passenger, does it state?
It's his driver in possession.
Okay.
This, under the plea recommendation, this ticket would be amended to open intoxicant in a motor vehicle passenger, and the U ticket would be dismissed.
All right. So, Mr. Kershaw, I'll send you and your attorney into a confidential meeting room so that she can discuss your case with you. Are there reinstatement fees and or a bond?
I am checking. There is no bond. And there's one reinstatement fee.
Okay. Mr. Kershaw, hit join so you can go into the breakout room with your attorney.
All right. Yeah, that's there. Hello. We never got the water.
You got call for
Yeah.
it.
Jamie,
Yes, Judge.
can I get a water in chambers?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Judge,
Yes, ma'am.
he said it'll be there in about 15 minutes.
Sweet, thank you.
It's faster than DoorDash.
Give me a job so I can be empty.
We're back on the record on People versus Jarrell Kershaw. Counsel, how are you and your client proceeding?
Judge, is this an arraignment? If it is, we'll wait for him reinstating you.
Co-amended plea of not guilty.
I'd ask that both matters be set for a bench trial, not a jury trial, a bench trial. There were some charges that stemmed from this stop. And I think if he comes back and there's been some type of plea, then I'm hoping the city or the state will dismiss it pursuant to what he has going on at Frank Murphy.
All right, Mr. Kershaw, do you understand you have a right to a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything to get you to give up your right to a jury trial?
No, ma'am.
Your not guilty plea would be continued. This matter will be set for a bench trial on the 19th of May, 2021 at 8:30 in the morning. Your bond is set at a personal bond. You just need to dial back into this Zoom courtroom on the 19th of May, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Kershaw, thank you so much for the proper court attire. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that concludes your matter, sir. Have a great day. Stay safe.
You do the same. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Last up is Renisha Charles. Ms. Charles Ferris, are you ready? Renisha Charles Ferris, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, this is People versus Renisha Charles Ferris, case SP 1120614, count 1, allowing an unlicensed person to drive, count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Ms. Charles Ferris, can you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, Renisha Charles Ferris.
Ms. Charles Ferris, I must inform you that you have a right to be physically present in a courtroom for this hearing. Do you want to continue today over Zoom, or would you like an opportunity to be physically in a courtroom?
I would like to do it with Zoom.
Also on the call, ma'am, is Attorney Ryan Hill. He's here to give you legal advice and negotiate plea deals on your behalf. Ma'am, would you like to use his services today? If the court imposes a cost for his services, it would be no more than $25.
No.
Okay, ma'am, it's alleged that on October 4th, 2020, 4:43 in the afternoon, that you were the owner of a 2007 Jaguar being driven near Van Dyke in the city of Detroit, that you allowed someone without a valid license to operate that motor vehicle, and the vehicle was uninsured at that time. Do you understand the nature of the charges, ma'am?
Yes.
These are both misdemeanors that carry a maximum penalty of up to $500 fine plus court cost and or 93 days in the Wayne County Jail. Do you understand the maximum charges, ma'am?
Yes.
For arraignment purposes, the court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Ma'am, there is a plea offer available to you. The plea offer is if you tender a plea of guilty to one count of allowing an unlicensed person to drive, the no insurance would be dismissed. That means you would have to admit that you allowed someone on October 4th, 2020 at 4:43 in the evening to operate your 2017 Jaguar in the city of Detroit while they were unlicensed. If you admit to that, the no insurance will be dismissed. Do you understand the plea offer?
Yes.
Okay, the anticipated sentence would be to impose a fine of $25, mandatory court cost of $190. The Secretary of State has imposed two $45 license reinstatement fees. Do you understand the plea, the anticipated sentence, ma'am?
You said 2 reinstatement fees?
There are two $45 license reinstatement fees the Secretary of State imposed. The court anticipates imposing a fine of $25 and mandatory court cost of $190. Do you understand the anticipated sentence?
Yes.
All right, you have a couple of options. Ms. Charles Ferris, option 1, you can continue your not guilty plea and set these matters for a trial. Option 2, you can plead guilty pursuant to the plea offer. Do you understand your options?
Kind of, yeah.
Do you want to speak with the attorney?
No, I just want to pay the ticket and get it over with.
And so how would you like to, would you like to plead guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
If you can raise your right hand, I will swear you in. Do you swear or affirm the testimony about the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can lower your hand. Your name for the record.
Renisha Charles Ferris.
Attorney Hill, you are released. Thank you for your time. See you later. Ms. Charles Ferris. See you later, Ryan.
See ya.
Is that Avery or Harper?
It's actually both of them.
Hi. Hi, babies.
Bye, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, see you later.
All right.
Ms. Charles Ferris, it's my understanding you wish to waive your trial rights and tender a plea of guilty pursuant to the plea offer. Is that right?
Yep, such as me saying that I let the person drive the car and like that. Yep.
Okay. Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you give up your trial rights, which include the right to have the prosecutor prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt? You give up the right to testify at your trial, have witnesses appear on your behalf. You give up the right to be silent at your trial, not have your silence used against you, and you give up your right to an automatic appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you are currently on probation or parole, tendering a plea of guilty could impact your status? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything other than this plea offer to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Because I know I let the person drive the car. Yet.
Is that a yes?
Yep.
Is that a yes? Okay, ma'am, I draw your attention back to October 4th, 2020, 4:43 in the afternoon. Were you the owner of a 2017 Jaguar?
Yes.
And that was being driven near Van Dyke in the city of Detroit, yes?
Yes.
Did you allow someone you knew to be unlicensed to operate that motor vehicle?
Yes.
The court satisfied the factual basis will accept your guilty plea, will dismiss the remaining matter pursuant to the plea offer. Ms. Charles Ferris, anything you would like to say prior to the court imposing sentence?
Yes. Because of this matter, my license is suspended. So how do I go by getting them unsuspended?
So once you comply with the terms and conditions of the court sentence, the clearance will be sent to the Secretary of State, and then you can request that they reinstate your privileges.
Okay, so when can I come and pay the ticket off?
You can do it as soon as today, and you can pay it online if you want to.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Okay, so the court will impose a fine of $25, mandatory court costs of $190. The Secretary of State has imposed two $45 license reinstatement fees. $305 is the total amount due, and you can pay that by the close of business today, ma'am?
Yep,
Is that a yes?
yes.
Okay, you can pay it online at the 36th District Court website. You can visit a DIV-DAT, that's D-I-V-D-A-T payment kiosks. They are located throughout the city of Detroit. There is one outside of 36th District Court, or you can pay over the phone. Do you need the telephone number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm just grabbing my phone. Okay, I'm ready.
It is 855
Mm-hmm.
798
Mhm.
1547.
Okay, and I just put in my ticket number and I'm
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
It'll take about 7 to 10 days for the Secretary of State to receive the clearance.
Okay, and will they automatically, like when I call, do I pay 305 or they will already know, like the automatic system?
You know what, ma'am, I can't tell you. Madam Clerk, are you familiar with that automated telephone system? You're muted, Madam Clerk.
It should tell you what you owe. It'd be faster. The clearance will go through today if you were to do it online.
Online? Okay, what's that online? Do you know?
It's the 36thdistrictcourt.org.
Okay, and just put my ticket number in. Okay, I'm all set.
All right, ma'am, you have a